So do you drive door to door or do you walk and hit every single door as you go? This is an age-old debate and a contentious topic. So in this video, I'm going to remove the mystery, at least in my worldview, and share with you the reasons that you'd hit every door and the reasons that you might wish to drive door to door, because there's different scenarios, and I'm going to guess that you have a pretty strong opinion. So stick around to the end and learn which path is best for you, and when to use each one. And as usual, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below if you agree, disagree, or want to contribute to the conversation to support our community, because a rising tide does indeed lift all boats. Welcome back. Adam Bensman here, the roof strategist, and everything that I do is designed to help you and your team smash your income goal and give every customer an amazing experience. So if you are in door-to-door sales and you might need help pitching at the door, overcoming objections, or even better, strategies to self-generate even more leads when you're out knocking doors, then jump into my brand new updated free training center. There's a link in the description below. There's absolutely no catch. Owners, there's great information to share with your team as well. All right. So do you hit every door by walking or do you drive? Let's start with the reasons and philosophies behind each school of thought. The people that say that you should drive door to door say, hey, I want to show up. I'm going to pull up so they can see my vehicle at the front door right over there. I'm going to show up on purpose with intention, and it doesn't look like I was just cruising the neighborhood hoping someone would say, hey. There's merit to that. And the folks that say, why would you waste your time? Every time you're driving, you're not knocking the doors. So if I'm a canvasser, I just want to be out. I want to be in front of people and hit as many opportunities as I can. There's also nothing wrong with that. So if you are out door to door, the one risk that you run when you're walking to each and every door is that, let's say you get a series of no's and then someone says yes, and then you got to like jog 3 blocks around the corner to get your truck. It can look a little silly. So if you just say, hey, you know what, that'd be great. We can do your inspection right now. Let me run and grab my truck. It just kind of sets this weird thing with the homeowner that like, you just got a bunch of no's and why you got to run all that far to get your truck. So one tip is that every block or so, I would cheat your truck up. And then that way, if you get a yes, hey, you know, my truck's just around the corner right near so-and-so's house or at this intersection, I'll be right back. Let me grab it. My ladder's on there. We'll get rocking and rolling. And then that way, it doesn't look like you got rejected a whole bunch and it becomes a bit more efficient. The reason that you're going to want to hit every door is if every door is a ripe opportunity. But if you're out knocking doors and not every home needs to get done, you're wasting your time by walking and then walking some more. One, because walking is slower and you're not able to truly hit every single door. So if you're fresh after a storm, for example, or you're in a neighborhood that you know everybody needs a new roof, you'd be silly to be in your vehicle, because I totally agree. It is a waste of time and there's missed opportunity versus hitting each and every door. Only hit the doors where you know that there's a viable chance of speaking with someone. If the lights are completely off and it's in the middle of the day, you need to look for signs that someone's actually in the home and available. Otherwise, again, you're wasting your time at the door. So there's the philosophy and reason. Prime door knocking time in an area where there's established need for the roof, meaning hail, wind, or hurricane, or you're knocking it for retail and you're in a neighborhood that's older, then you do want to knock every single door where people are home. Highest chance of success. On the flip side, let's say that you're working the tail end of the storm. You've got roofs that have already been done in the neighborhood. Why would you spend your time knocking every single door if they've been done? And then again, walking from this house to the next house, and you're looking up to spot the roofs, have they been done or not? That is a waste of time. And that's when it can be advantageous to get in your vehicle and cherry pick the right houses that you want to stop by. So that's the big reason that you're going to want to drive door to door. An added bonus is that when you do drive up, again, let's say the front door of this house is right over there. Instead of pulling this way, I'd pull in front so they can see me. It shows a higher level of intention, like you're there for a specific reason. In my experience, people perceive you very differently when you're showing up with that set mission and purpose versus just as a door-to-door salesperson. When you use the SLAP formula and you're letting them know why you stopped by, like, hey, listen, I was just driving by. I was leaving Peggy's house. I just did an inspection over there, or we're doing John's install because I was driving by. I noticed this and that's why I stopped. It sets a very different expectation out of the gate, and there's a very different first impression. There's a salesperson that I have done some work with. He's selling for a client of mine, and this gentleman has been earning over $500,000 a year, a couple years in a row. And his technique has always been to drive down the driveways of the houses that are intimidating, you know, the big, long gated driveway, the estate type thing where it's freaky. You got to go down this long estate, pull up at the front door. And a lot of folks are intimidated by that and they won't do it. And he goes, man, I don't have competition. People aren't out there knocking doors. I'm working those fringe areas. And again, you can't walk door to door in those situations, or you park and you get like a quarter-mile walk up the driveway. And he approaches those folks and he has their information pulled up on X Hunt or in Hail Trace or Interactive Hail Maps or Spotio or Sales Rabbit and knows that customer's name. And when he approaches them, he's there for a specific reason to speak with them. And it's big, it's bold, and it's been working for him. And he's been landing some really big monster commission checks because of that strategy. So in summary, hit every door if every door has a viable customer. Hit every door if it's early in a storm. As you do, jockey your truck up so you're not doing that embarrassing jog to get your truck when you get a yes. Switch to driving door to door when you're in a neighborhood that roofs have been done. You're maybe at the tail end of a storm. If you're on retail, you're targeting certain homes. This can be a more effective approach. However, it can be a little bit slower. So that's my 2 cents on whether you should walk and hit every single door or drive and cherry pick those doors. I'd love to hear from you because you may have a different viewpoint, and I invite it because listen, it's sales. There's more than one way to do things. So just because this is the way I want to do it and teach to do it doesn't mean it's the only way. So let's hear in the comments below. Hey, I appreciate you joining me in today's video. So just because our time here is about to wrap up doesn't mean your and my time has to. So if you haven't done it and you want some help with your pitch at the door or training your team on how to pitch, jump into my free training center. There'll be a link right here, or you can hang with me right here on YouTube and learn how to begin pitching really well when you're at the door. You can do that in these videos right here. Thanks again for spending your time with me, and can't wait to see you in the next one.